So about 2 months ago, my wife and I had to stay in a hotel in Bettendorf, Iowa, while our house in Moline was getting sprayed for bugs because she reacts weirdly to the smell. So I was outside smoking a cigarette and some greasy-haired homeless-looking guy came frantically running down the street. I thought that was odd, but still funny as fuck. But you know, whatever, that's just fucking classic Bettendorf for you. About a minute later, 2 police came running around the block. They asked if I had seen some Richard Grieco-looking sack of shit come running down the road. Come to think about it, he did look quite a bit like Richard Grieco. So I showed them the way that he'd run and told them that I'd have their back. But they told me not to get involved because it would be a huge issue if I got hurt or hurt someone myself. You know, legal bullshit. But, I mean, really, obviously it was more likely that I was going to hurt someone else. Who are these little cucks kidding? I'm a fucking living lethal weapon, and I told them that I have skills using shit they could only dream about, but they wanted no part of that. I got annoyed, but as they ran away, I yelled to them, "Keep your eyes to the skies, asswipes." So, I went to my car and pulled out my drone that I had retrofitted for urban combat. I got it binded and did a quick compass calibration. Then, I was off to the fucking races. I flew right past the slow-ass police officers, and about 30 seconds later, I came up on the Richard Grieco-looking guy. He was standing outside a bar, chatting with what I assumed was a drugged-out prostitute. Because my drone is modified, I first hit him with a shot of bear mace. I'm talking bear mace that probably could have dropped the fucking cocaine bear. He was not liking that one bit, nor was his skanky hooker-looking bitch. They definitely would have rather not had that happen. She fell to her knees and began crawling away. He tried to run off. Yeah, idiot tried to run after breathing in bear mace, I was thinking. I think I thought that at the time, but all that big boner blood makes my mind a little bit blurry sometimes, especially when I'm kicking so much ass. Yeah, I had a stiffy. Wouldn't you? If not, it looks like we have got a fucking liar watching this video. I see you. I seriously do. I'm practically staring into your truthless fucking soul. Sorry guys, I sometimes get carried away and accidentally break the fourth wall. Anyways, that was awkward, but whatever. Fuck it, back to the story. About 20 feet into his run, I began peppering him with electrically ignited, high-powered bottle rockets that I got from a rundown fireworks shack in rural Missouri. Those fuckers will sell anything. The place is like the fucking Middle East and Middle America, but with sketchy-ass hicks and cornfields out the ass. And they love money, but they weirdly always sell their shit cheap as fuck. But never mind that, back to the story again. This is where it gets fucking as sweet as a nice pair of tits. I had a roll of 50 of those thick-ass bitches loaded up on the drone, and I had to have hit him with at least 30 of them. He began to vomit and scream. At this point, I turned my drone and saw the police come running up all out of breath like 2 little spent shots of cum that had been swimming for weeks. I sat about 10 meters above the ground watching and expecting a total shit show. One of the police officers began to kick the prostitute in the face and ribs until she started vomiting as well. Can't say I blamed him. I don't know why I felt the urge to do the same. It was like in that moment this guy was my goddamn spirit animal. When I spun back around again, the Richard Grieco imposter was having a full-blown seizure. The officer standing over him cuffed him and then punched him so fucking hard that what appeared to be a glass eye fell out of his fucking head and got ran over by a passing-by car. I lowered my drone and heard them say, "Thanks for the air support." I know they couldn't hear me, but I said to myself, "Told you bitches that I'd have your back." I hit return to home and thought about how badass that was. I put my drone back in my trunk, walked up to my room and asked my wife if she wanted to bang a hero. We did it that night, probably like 13 times, you know. As a big dick motherfucker like myself would. Seriously, I laid the pipe hard as fuck. Being soft is not really even a thing I am even capable of. My dick is practically made of concrete once I get going. I swear though, the whole time I was assisting the dumbass cops with that punk-ass little bitch and his slut, I was listening to Lay Down Sally by Eric Clapton in my head. 2 days later, both police officers were arrested and put on unpaid leave pending an investigation for excessive use of force on a handicapped man and his wife. To this day, I'm glad that hotel was willing to only be paid cash fucking money. Fucking Bettendorf, Iowa strikes again.